Welcome back down my pecan tree lined lane through that screen door here at Down on the Farm Radio headquarters. I'm Larry Marble. Pop Sing is going to serve us a chicken fried steak, some jalapeno gravy, Nanny's yeast rolls, and a cold cucumber salad. I'll be pouring the iced tea today, and we'll discuss the things that are affecting agriculture on the 17th day of January, 2022. Neighbor, it is Martin Luther King Day, so let's check ag weather right quick, courtesy of the National Weather Service office for Austin and San Antonio. Today, sunny and warmer, light southerly winds return. Our highs from a 73 in Del Rio to a 66 in LaGrange, a 69 in Llano, and a 72 in Pleasanton. As we look toward tonight, we're going to see a mostly clear sky with a few passing clouds under that bright old moon. Our average low tonight will be about 40, so I anticipate that the range will be somewhere between 38 and 42 across the region. Warmer from the southwest, cooler toward the northeast. Neighbor, there's a good look at ag weather through Down on the Farm Country. Neighbor, as I mentioned earlier, it's Martin Luther King Day, and the reason I did mention that was the fact that our commodity futures are not trading. So let's check our closing commodities from Friday so we'll have a benchmark from which to continue. March corn, $5.96 and a quarter, up 8 3/4. March beans, $13.69 and 3/4, down 7 1/2. March bean meal, $405.60 by the ton. It was down $3.30 by the ton at the end of the day. March Kansas City hard red winter wheat was down 14 3/4 at $7.45 even money. As we move toward cotton, that March contract was up $2.86 at $119.70. April live cattle, $142.12, up $115. March feeder cattle, $166.37, down $35. April lean hogs were up $3.12 at $88.45. Your March U.S. dollar index was up $124 at $95.28. February gold was up $250 at $1,819, even money by the ounce. And March crude oil was down $2 at $83.28. Neighbor, there's your closing commodities from Friday, because today is a federal holiday.
When we moved to Texas, we were like fish out of water. We didn't know anyone in our neighborhood until our Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent came to the house. She was so helpful and reassuring, a friendly face with that Texan hospitality I'd heard about. When we purchased a Texas Farm Bureau insurance policy, we knew we were making the right choice. We knew our family would be protected.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to find an insurance agent who's a true neighbor. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
Neighbor, it's time for today's edition of the Texas Wildlife Radio Show. Dr. Bob Judd is at the mic. His program is brought to you by your Texas Farm Bureau Insurance Company. Dr. Bob, what's your topic?
Strangles is an upper respiratory disease in horses that can cause major issues because it's very contagious. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Bob Judd with Texas Vet News on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network. And strangles is not an uncommon disease in Texas. The disease is transmitted from horse to horse by exposure to respiratory secretions, either directly from the horse or exposure to inanimate objects that may have been exposed to the infected horse, like water buckets or halters. It is called strangles because it causes enlargement of lymph nodes in the throat, and although it is rare for a horse to actually strangle, some can have a difficult time breathing. The disease causes yellowish nasal discharge in lymph nodes that usually abscess and rupture, draining large amounts of yellow discharge that is infectious. Horse Magazine indicates the disease was first reported in the 13th century and was believed to be common in all horses. In the 19th century, Napoleon used only cavalry horses that had survived the disease, as he knew they would not get infected again and would be available for battle. Even 40 years ago, when I was in school, it was believed most horses will get the disease and recover, and there was no effective prevention. Most horses do have some immunity after infection, but some horses also become carriers of the disease, possible for the rest of their lives if not treated. For this reason, it's always important to quarantine any new horses that enter your property. However, the only method to ensure the horses are not carrying the disease is to perform a lavage of the upper respiratory tract and test for the strep bacteria that causes the disease. Although some question the efficacy of the vaccines are available, and we usually recommend vaccinating horses that will be exposed to other horses at shows or other events. If you have any topics you want me to discuss on Texas Vet News, contact me at texvet@txfb.org. I'm veterinarian Dr. Bob Judd. This is the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network.
Texas Farm Bureau Insurance has protected fellow Texans with auto, home, health, and life insurance since 1952. With more than 260,000 square miles of land and 27 million people, that's a lot to cover. Whether you're wrangling cattle or wrangling kids, we're proud to protect Texans in all Texan ways of life.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to get insurance for Texans by Texans. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
Neighbor Hop Sing is plating up the chicken fried steak, the jalapeno gravy, Nanny's yeast rolls, and a cold cucumber salad. He's even got twice baked potatoes today and a broccoli and cheese casserole to spark things up. I'll pour the iced tea in the coffee while we talk to Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock. Sean, how are sales shaping up this week?
No, it was a little slower this weekend, Larry, on the sheep and goat end. It gets that way a little bit this time of year. There's a lot of stock shows around, so some people are out doing that. I don't anticipate a whole lot. I think we'll get somewhere between that 2 and 3. It's kind of what we're thinking on the sheep and goat end of it. And on the cattle end of it, sure hoping we'll get somewhere kind of what we had last week. Weather's supposed to be a little better, so we'll see what we catch, but don't know of a whole lot coming off that wean sale, so just have to play that by ear and get a little closer to it. We can probably nail it down a little closer.
All right. Well, tell everybody, in case they've got something they want to bring or something they want you to be on the lookout for, how to get a hold of you, Sean Geiswhite.
You can reach us at 830-997-4394.
McCoys.com. McCoys wants to be your source for farm and ranch equipment and supplies specifically suited to your operation. Are you designing a horse farm or a new cattle handling facility? How about your 4-H or FFA project pens? McCoy's Farm and Ranch Specialist, Cliff Mullinex, can help. Contact your local McCoy's store at McCoys.com and find out how to get Cliff out to the farm today. That's www.mccoys.com. Neighbor, there's already cattle in the alleyway at Ken Jordan's Jordan Cattle Auction San Saba, getting ready for the sale on Thursday and the special on Saturday. Ken, let's talk about Thursday's sale.
Well, we have a pretty good run then. I got several groups of calves that are coming in, a couple groups of cows that are coming in. But the big thing we're looking for this week will be our special female replacement sale on Saturday, the 22nd of January. We'll start at 10 o'clock. Got over 2,600 head of cattle already consigned for that, Larry. A lot of good pairs of bred cows, bred heifers, and open heifers. And we got all those lists already up on our website, jordancattle.com. Several groups of pictures, videos, and we can also fax you a list or email you a list or whatever if you'd like to, if you want to get that. That's going to be this coming Saturday, Larry.
Give us a telephone number right quick.
You bet. Area code 325-372-5159.
We appreciate it. We'll talk with you Monday night after the Mason sale.
You bet. Sounds great, Larry. Thank you.
Neighbor, with Preferred cattle chutes, hay rings, corral panels, and more, McCoy's is ready to become your farm and ranch outfitter. Visit the McCoy stores in this region. I know they've got them in San Angelo. I know they've got them in Abilene. Stores near you. Find the products you need at McCoys.com. Neighbor, I tell you what, it's time for another livestock market operator report. So, as I send one of the cowboys out to milk our old milk cow, Bessie, to gather milk for tomorrow. Let's head over and talk to Russell Heller from Lexington Livestock and see how he sold cattle. Russell, how'd Saturday go?
Yes, sir. Had a good sale, 998 total head with 91 cows.
Let's walk the pens.
All right. Packer cows, thinner ones 25 to 46. Better cows 47 to 77 and a half. Steer and bull calves 3 to 4 weights. 115 to 210, 4 to 5 weights $1.10 to 190, 5 to 6 weights 105 to 180, 6 to 7 weights $1 to 165, 7 to 8 weights 95 to 155. On the heifers, 3 to 400 pounds 110 to 190, 4 to 5 weights 105 to 170, 5 to 6 weights $1 to 160, 6 to 7 weights 95 to 150, 7 to 8 weights 90 to 140.
What was the count, Russell?
998.
How did your buyers respond?
Yes, sir. It was an aggressive market, and everybody was still wanting to buy a few cattle for as dry as it's getting. But, I mean, the market was really good.
Good. What do you anticipate next week, Russell?
One man's going to have 10 or 12 calves, and another one's going to have about 20 that are weaned, and that's all that I know of so far. All
right. That'll be a good start to a great sale this next Saturday at Lexington Livestock Commission Company. Russell, tell everybody how to get a hold of y'all.
Yes, sir. You can get me on my cell, and that number is 979-820-6955. 7002.
Wholesale Steel, family owned and operated since 1976. Has heavy-duty panels, the first and only panels on the market with a lifetime warranty against damage from your animals. Our heavy-duty panels weigh in at approximately 150 pounds each. We carry a wide variety of products and have panels for the smallest livestock show animals all the way up to panels for the toughest bucking bulls. Wholesale Steel with 2 locations to serve you in San Antonio and Hearn. Financing available, and we wholesale to the public. Visit our website at wholesalesteelsa.com or call 210-624-2000 for Wholesale Steel. 210-624-2000. Visit us on the web at wholesalesteelsa.com.
Neighbor, when you hear Big River, let's cross the Colorado and talk to Phil Brockenbush from Giddings Livestock. Phil, how's that sale looking for today?
We got around 650 in. I think we'll have 800 to 900.
All right. What does the mix look like, Phil?
Lots of calves. They're lighter than they were last week. And then we got a set of 75 wing calves, Charolais calves, half steers and half heifers. They weigh right around 500, 5.5 maybe. We got them dealt up, so good string of them.
What does your cow run look like?
Lighter than last week. We'll have 125 to 50 cows. There's more palpate cows than there is weigh cows. We'll palpate them in the morning and see, and there's some pretty good cows mixed in there.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you for the first sale of the week.
You can call me at 979-716-4395, or you can call the barn at 979-542-2274.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Larry.
Neighbor, I want to remind you about my friends Stephen and Terry Lehman at Lehman Pipe and Cattle. They've got used sucker rod in 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch, and they've got used oil fill pipe, the #1 structural, straight, no holes, splits, or heavy scale, 2 3/8, 2 7/8, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6 5/8, 7 5/8, 10 3/4, and 16 and 24-inch diameters. Also, from time to time, they see some #2 pipe available at a reduced price. Truckload discounts and delivery also available. They also have cattle guards. They make them from 10-foot wide to 30-foot wide, depending on the customer's needs and wants, with or without wings or cross gates. Also, the heavy-duty concrete beams to set them on. Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Email them at lehmanpipe@gmail.com or call Stephen at 979-966-3447 or Terry at 979-820-8155. That's Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Neighbor, when you hear one of my favorite songs, learned it when I was in the 4th grade in music class, Red River Valley. When you hear that Red River Valley, let's head up to the Little River Valley and talk to Kenny Mingus from Milam County Livestock there on the Little River. Kenny, how did it go this week in MCLA?
Well, we had a total of 1775. Out of that mix, about 350 cows and 20 bulls.
Good. Walk those pins with us.
With steers under 300, 122 to 230, 3 to 400 pound steers, 135 to 212, 4 to 500 pound steers, 110 to 194, and over 580 to 177. On the heifers under 300, 110 to 215, 3 to 400 pound heifers, $1 to 182, 4 to 500 pound heifers, 90 to 177, and over 570 to 151. Packer cows, pretty good, from 30 to 74, Packer bulls 70 to 102. On the bred cows from 300 to 1300, and on your cow calf pairs from 975 to 1650.
Good. What was the count?
1775.
What do you think will happen this coming Friday?
We got a little moisture last week, but a lot of people didn't get it and didn't get much. So I think that, with this market being pretty good, Larry, I think they're going to kind of come with them again. I don't have a lot lined up. Had one guy send me a message this morning, maybe about some few bred cows, and don't have that in stone yet. A couple of customers came in and said, well, I've got this, and then I'm going to have some more next week, work another place. And a couple of guys that work cattle around there for us and things, they called and said they had a couple of deals lined up already for this week. So I don't think we can keep running these top numbers, this time of year. But if it stays dry, Larry, I think they're going to kind of sell along as we go, especially with the market being like it is.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Kenny Mingus.
You bet. We'll be at the office Monday through Wednesday at 254-697-6697. You can follow us on our webpage at MilamCountyLivestockAuction.com or catch us on Facebook. Thank everybody for their support. Hope you have a great year.
We'll talk to you Thursday evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Wholesale Steel, family owned and operated since 1976. Has heavy-duty panels, the first and only panels on the market with a lifetime warranty against damage from your animals. Our heavy-duty panels weigh in at approximately 150 pounds each. We carry a wide variety of products and have panels for the smallest livestock show animals all the way up to panels for the toughest bucking bulls. Wholesale Steel with 2 locations to serve you in San Antonio and Hearn. Financing available, and we wholesale to the public. Visit our website at wholesalesteelsa.com or call 210-624-2000 for Wholesale Steel. 210-624-2000. Visit us on the web at wholesalesteelsa.com.
Have a good one.
Neighbor, it's time to grab a bottle of water on the way out. Don't get dehydrated. Need you back for Hop Sing's Kolach at 3:45. Checking the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle. Milo through Corpus 12.17. Yellow corn through Corpus 6.96 1/4. Hard red winter wheat to Houston 8.15, and beans to Houston 13.59 3/4. 36,515 bale of Texas cotton sold on Friday, neighbor. It ranged from 114.20 to 116.45. So the average across that 36,515 bales was 115.33 against that March cotton contract, which closed the last sale day at 119.70 up 286. Neighbor, that's it for Down on the Farm here on Martin Luther King Holiday Day. Take care of yourself. We'll see you back for a Kolach at 3:45. In fact, Hop Sing will pull them out of the oven as soon as we see your pickups turn off the blacktop.